friends, how are you? So now we'll start a basic project, and the project we will create, wants a simple shopping list, in this shopping list here, we'll try to add items, and we can view how many items in the shopping list. And if you want to delete from the shopping list, you can delete, and everything we can write to the file, So let's begin to the project. And so what we can do first, to create this, we can create a menu, so the user can see from the at first, what to do, so we know how to create the function, so we'll create the, let's say, main menu, so we'll put we'll put tab to shopping list, right? And no, just you can try to beautify yourself, how it looks like. So next, what we'll do, we'll ask the user to choose the options, Right. Press /n will give you the new line, the space, and the tab will give, the text string will be go forward, So if you run this, and you can see this is how it looks like, Right. So next, we'll give the options, the user, to choose the options. And let's see. We'll give you the add-in items. Right. Next, we can give a number or a character as well. So I'm giving the character here. Let's see. If you want to view, list, if you want to delete an item, and what's next? We'll exit the program, so right. So let's see how it looks like. This is how it looks like, So if you select A, you'll be adding the items, view the list and delete, exit the program. Right, so we need to give the options. So we'll create a variable user choice, or you can just write like this, user choice. I remember, like, the when user give the input, like, always will be string, like, so you will take input built-in method. So we'll ask the user is right. Now here what we'll do, we'll give the options, like, which item you want to choose user. So you will use the if else condition, like, so if built in the length user choice greater than 0, then we are using if user choice, we'll use the built-in function dot. If you just control a spacebar, you'll give, like, all the methods available. So you will use the user need to choose the lowercase, like, so if you just press L, you see the lower and then we'll use the that 0 equal to the user chose AM, and then we need to select, like, the another method, like, we'll put, like, the add later. We have to add something in here later on, the functions, like, the adding items, the method, like, the functions we'll use here. Next we will use the else if user choice dot lower greater equal to, which is view. So if it's a view, we have to the view functions, like, in here. So we'll add later. Then else if user choice dot lower equal to, what is it, D, like, D. So we have to put the delete method in here. We have to add later on, and then what was the last one, the exit the program. So again, else if user choice dot lower 0 equal to E, which is exit the program, and we'll use the built-in functions, like, exit the program, like, so you can use, like, sys dot exi exit exit. So you see, we use the sys, like, it's a built-in the package, like, third-party, like, the Python library. So if you on the top, like, if you import, well, advanced will show you how to do this import sys. Is that will, you see, that will in the sys it has built-in functions like so what's in there, the intended block has something to do with anyway. And the last one, so we'll use the else we will use everything on the on the functions like so I forget to put the functions here. So def main main menu. So we will put everything inside the function. So else we will go to the main menu again, like so that's inside that if, like and so the next we'll go that if else main menu. So this is how we created the main menu, like so for some reason the intended block is not right in here, so let's see, we add something here later. So we're just going to put them there, all of them. Oh. So if you run the program, you can see that we have to call that functions like on the main menu. And here now if you run the program, you'll see please select an options like so if you just the A, we'll just add later, like so this is the next video. We'll create like rest of the functions, like okay, see you next video. Thanks, bye bye. Hello guys, how are you? On the last video we created a main menu, like to give the user a choice, like what to do, like in this video we'll do like the add items, the method, like the functions, like in Java we call method, in Python we call functions. So let's say we create another functions, add items. You know how to create the functions, like so the def keyword and the name of the functions and brackets and the colon, like and then so what we'll do, we'll just copy from there, like these two lines, and we'll give them add items screen. Right, so in here what we'll do, next we'll give the user options to choose, like the what items you want to add, like so of the spelling mistake, like the name of the items you want to add, like so, and we'll take the and if user doesn't want to add anything, I want to go main screen again, like we'll give the options to user and press enter. So go back main menu, right? So the next what we'll do, we'll create a variable user input, like user input. It will be, we'll take the input from the user. Let's say item name, and so if length of the user input greater than 0, now we have to create a list, like you want to add inside the list, like all the items. So we'll create the list on top, like on the, so it can access everywhere. So let's say shopping list, which will be empty list, like look at the empty list in here. So we're going to add in here shopping list dot, we want to append, like so we want to add, like append like a user input, whatever the user will put in here, like it'll be stored in here. So it'll be user input, like so it'll be okay. And then we can give the user confirmations that item has been added, like right. So once you add it to the list, like you want to save it to the file, like because it's going to store in the list, but once you close the program, like it will be deleted, like so you want to write to the file, like so in here what we'll do, we'll put the just add letter, like I'll just point to another message letter save function, right? So you have to create another functions which will be like writing to the file, like and you want to add again, like so you can call the same functions again, like so add items function, or else you want to get out of the main screen, like so you want to go to the main screen, so the main menu, like if you want to go to the back to the main screen, like so this is where we can let's say we run the program, like so add items, like if you select A and oh sorry, so you have to these add items, like you have to put in here, in here. So I'm going to put this method in here, so the method will work now. So if I run this again, add items, what about the so item names? Let's say we want to put egg. So it says like, you know, the item has been added, like, you know. So, and I have to add the save functions, like, you know, to the writing of the file, like, you know. All right, so we'll create the next function, like, you know, how to save the file, like, you know. See you in the next video. Thanks, bye bye. Hello friends, how are you? Welcome back to my the last video we created, like, you know, add items functions, like, you know. In this video we'll create, like, you know, the writing file, like, you know. So let's jump to the functions. So we'll give the name of the functions, let's say what do you want to name? Let's say the save to file. File. So what we will do, we'll get the variable writing to file. We'll open, let's assume we have a file name, shopping list, shopping list.txt, right? And we'll use the write mode, like, you know. And we'll do we'll create the for loop for item in the list, like, you know, whatever inside the list, shopping list, and we'll write to that item, like, you know, to the file, like, you know. So alright, writing to file dot write and write that item, like, you know, that item. So I want to write that item. And if you want to, like, you know, for going to, like, you know, step by step, like, you know, one by one, so just put the new line, like, you know, so it will go for the one item by one after another, like, you know. So this is how we can write to the file, and then we will close again, which is writing to file dot close functions. So we close the file. So we'll take these functions here and then we'll let in here, like, you know. So it will item will add, and then we'll save it in here, like, you know, save to file. Calling save file functions, right? So you see, like, you know, what we did, like, you know. So once you item by adding to the shopping list is the list here, and then we are saving to the file, like, you know. And you want to go back to put another item, like, you know, you're going to the add items menu again, like the same in here. Or if you press the enter, like, you know, to go to the main menu. So this is how you can write to the file. So let's run the program, and let's say if you add items name eggs. So item has been added, like, you know. Let's say we open the file, let's see, we create the file name, which is shopping list. You see the item already is there, like, you know, so it's written here. So this is, we can write, add to the item to the list and write to the file, like, you know. So next we will create the view items, like, you know. So you want to view, like, you know, whatever the items you added to your shopping list, like, you know. So view functions. Let's say def keyword view shopping list. Look at this, my spelling, so silly. So view shopping list. So we can copy this two-line again from here, and it's in here, and will be view item screen, like, you know. And in there we can get the number of items, whatever the items inside the shopping list you want to view, like, so you can create the for loop for item in shopping list. You know, we have the shopping list, the list you want to view it, them, like, you know, so you want to simply print the items, like, you know, that item. So this shopping list will show all the items in here, and then printing all the items here. And so next, what you can do, you can you want to go back to the, after viewing the shopping list, like, you know, you want to go back to the main menu. So what you can do, you just give the user a message, like, you know, yes, to go back to main menu. So you call the that's input method, like you have to press enter, like, you know. So you call the main menu in here. So you go back to the main menu. So this is, let's say we run the program here, and okay, we'll just stop in here, and then we'll run the program. And you want to view, like, you know, let's say we press the view V. So okay, so you need to call that view functions in here. You see the main method, like, you know, I forget, sorry, my apology, in here. You see the view, like, you know, so I meant to. So this is how I call that view shopping list, like, you know. So if I run it now and I want to see the view, so view item screen, so it's not, some reason it's not showing the eggs, like, you know, because our eggs already has been added to the items, like, you know. So let's see if it's still there. Yeah, we'll figure out, like, you know. So see you in the next video. Thanks, bye bye. Hello friends, how are you? Hope all are well, wherever you are. Welcome back to my channel. The last video we covered, like, you know, the view the shopping list items, like, you know. So before we move forward, like, you know, we need a couple of things to do. You know, we created the file, like, you know, so but before, when we start the program, like, you know, we will check, like, you know, whether files exist or not, like, you know, in our program, like, you know. So to do that, like, you know, we know how to, like, you know, open the files and writing the files and things, like, you know, how to close the file, like, you know. So what we'll do, we'll you know, when we went through, like, you know, the about the try except, like, you know, the
the file openings and things like, if there is any, if the file is not available, it will throw them error messages and things like, on the screen, like, but to get a proper, like, so we use like try catch, like, or try except, like, so this is how we can use, like, so we will check, like, we open the file, our file name is the shopping list, list.txt. And we're going to open it as a read mode, like, by default it is a read mode always, like, should be inside. We'll open as a shopping list file. We'll open as a shopping list file, like, so we'll go through, like, with whatever the items in there, like, so we'll use a for loop. Item in shopping list file. We'll add to the list, like, that onto that list, like, so we're going to take from here to there. So we're going to add to the list shopping list dot append and that item, like, so this is how when you open the file, like, then we will add all the items into from whatever the inside the shopping list, it will add to we'll write to the file, like, in here, shopping list file. And then even though we did open with the open, like, when you open a file with open, like, you don't have to close, like, file, it will close automatically, like, but for safe side, like, we just going to close our file, like, so the shopping list file dot close. Right, and then we use the accept. Accept. We'll use the file not found class, like, file not found our class will be as file error. We'll print, like, such file exit, and then we're going to print that file error. So this is how we can check, like, or we can also use, like, the pass, like, either way you can either print or pass. Like, if you put the pass, like, even if the file is not exist, like, it will not throw any error, like, so so now what we'll do next, we create the list, we check the file open, and we did the main menu, and then we need to create one more functions, which is like a delete, like, delete functions, like, if you want to delete from anything from your shopping list, like, so we did the add items, we did the B shopping list, we did the save to the file. So what we'll do the delete anything from the shopping list, like, so how can we do it, like, so what we'll do, we need to create the functions def delete shopping items, shopping item parenthesis, and the next what we'll do, Remember, we need to put these two things in here. So we put the delete item screen. Now, next would be so how many items you want to delete, like, so we'll create one variable, like, and we'll count. We put the initially 0, like, and for item in the list, like, shopping list, shopping list, I'll print at first the number of items, like, what of the how many items in there, like, so we'll use a count variable here, and from there we just we'll, what about the items you want to delete, like, we'll check, like, items, and then we're going to adding to the count variable, like, the number of items plus 1. Always spelling mistake, like, right, silly. So we are agreeing with the user at choice, like, which one you want to delete, like, so item number you want to delete. So we give the user a choice, like, and we can ask the user, like, user choice equal to, let's say we'll take the input is enter a number, the count number. It will print out, like, all the items with the number, like, so we select the number, like, and if length of the user choice greater than 0, we'll if the items we put the wrong item number, like, we will try to catch the error, like, so we'll use that try catch block again, try accept block again, like, here. We'll delete the shopping list from the list. Item number or inside the list, all the number will be integer value, like, and then we'll choose the user choice here, and then we'll give the user a message, like, the item has been deleted, like, the item has been deleted. Look at this, like, my spelling. Once this has been deleted, like, we will write to the file again, like, so we'll call the that save to file function again. So we save to file functions again, and what's next we will do, we'll try to accept if there's anything, like, we'll give the user if user put the wrong number, like, check your number. Okay, check your number, and I will do, and then we'll go back to the clear shopping items again, like shopping items. And if user want to go back to the main menu, like so we'll go to the else functions, like else go back to the main menu. Perfect. So pretty much like we have done our program, like so if I run this, like let's see, one more thing we can do, like when you run again and again, like if you want to clear the screen, like we can also clear the screen. You see, like there's no such file exists, like it's showing, like because it will create. Now if you want to add items, like it's saying please enter the name of the items, like or please enter, go back to the main menu. So we want to, let's say, want to add fish. So see the add item screen, like the item name fish item has been added, like so again the same screen is coming back, like if you want to go back to the main menu, so you go back to main menu, so enter, go to the main menu. And if you want to view, like it's saying the view item is the fish has been the view screen, like if you can see the fish, like if you want to go back to the main menu, press enter, go to the back menu. And let's say you want to add one more items, like so add items, like X X item has been added, like so let's see the view. We want to go back to the main menu, so you want to go view screen. You see there's a fish and X, like so you want to go back, main menu, enter. So you want to delete, like let's say you want to say press delete. So it's saying, like oh sorry, so you have to I need to call the delete function here, like so you have to call that functions in here in the main screen. I should have put this earlier. And here you see I should have put it earlier, sorry, my apology. So you'll call the delete delete shopping item. So now I'll save these and already, so I will run the again. Now I will, let's see if there's anything, nothing is in there, like so you will add items, and let's say you want to fish, you want to add egg, so you want to go back to the main menu and view, so fish and egg, you want to go main menu and delete. So you see the item starting from the list 0, like so 0 1, so which item you want to delete, enter 0, let's say. So item fish has been deleted, like there's only one item left, like so if you go back to the main screen, press enter, let's say view, only egg left, like so this is how pretty much, like we have covered, like whatever we learned from the basic series, like we try to implement, like a small program, like and you can improve, like more on it, like there's one more thing we can add in here. I'm just going to exit the program, like with E. So we exit the program. So here you can also, like next time if you want to run the program, it will clear all the screen, like so to do this, like we'll import, like another library, import operating system, like so and what we'll do, we'll clear the screen, like so to do this, like I will we'll do in here os dot sys stream system. In Windows, like use the CLS, like CLS, which will clear the screen, like so same thing we can use, like in the other functions as well, like to the add screen as well. So the add items we can use in here as well. We can the view as well. We can do the delete item screen as well. So we should clear the screens and looks more kind of clean, like So if I save this and run the program, and you see it will clear, like So other items, item names, egg, item has been added, fish, item name. So I want to go back to main menu. So let's say view, the view screen. I want to delete one item, fish. So item has been deleted. And going back to the main screen. So I'm going to exit the program. So I hope you enjoy the program, and please do subscribe my channels, and I invite you to join advances, so I'm going to put starting to putting video on advances, and after that we'll create the more robust program as well, So see you next series, advanced series. And if you have any question, please do let me know, and if I'm doing anything wrong, please do let me know on a comment, and it will encourage me to create more content. Thank you so much. Thanks. Bye bye.